Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Habibis Only. If you're new, drop a like and subscribe. And if you're not new, like and subscribe anyways, and let's just maybe get a comment in there. 1 or 2 comments, you know, let's get it going.
Y'all been doing a little better on the
some
comments
conversing.
area.
In today's video memo, I had an interesting thought process. How would life be if you were not Muslim? And I oftentimes think about this. It's a thought
We
that
talked about this recently.
we did. It's interesting to explore how life could be different, you know?
I'm not even gonna lie, it would be complete 180. I mean,
think
in
so.
every single regard.
Feel
The
bad,
only
kid.
thing holding me to some decent moral standards is my religion. Dude, there are so many times in my life where I could have gone rogue.
Every Baba out there alive gotta think, they gotta pray to God that Mo was raised proper with some morals, you know, some quality attributes. Let me tell you, this guy could have been a problem. He's 6'4", benches like 300 pounds. This kid could have been a huge problem. Y'all don't even understand the extent that Mo could have run through these streets. He would have been Dominic Toretto. Yeah, in middle school, I probably would have been a troublemaker, been more inclined to. It starts in middle school, you know, everyone starts like having these like parties and, you know, nonsense, right? Starts there.
Okay, I feel like we could have gone down 2 paths. One, more likely either that menace path we talked about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was never a menace. Could never be me.
Nah, it could never be you.
Nah.
We good Muslim brothers.
Editor, you delete that.
No, I don't think I will.
Yeah, eating would have been a little bit
Eating would have
easier.
been a little easier.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
Imagine not having like a purpose in life. I feel like a lot of people in this country don't have a purpose. That's why depression is so high. When you're religious, be it any religion, and you're actually following that religion, you have a purpose. You have a reason to be here. If you don't have a religion, if you don't have a belief system that you actually adhere to, not like these fakes that live in this country that call themselves a certain religion but, you know, do whatever they want to do. If you actually have morals and you adhere to them, then you'll never get depressed because you have a reason to live. You have a reason to go on. You know that whatever you're going through now is very temporary because at the end of the day, it's going to get better and you have a reason, you have a goal. If I wasn't Muslim, bro, I would fall into such a pit, the smallest part of my life. I'd have nothing to look forward to.
You try to find some feeling of satisfaction or happiness or this feeling of content. It's something you'd be searching for, right? But where do you search for that? So oftentimes people look to social interaction. They'll try to mask that with friends. They'll try to mask it with going out, having
Alcohol.
fun, whatever. Yeah, all that stuff, right? Problem is that doesn't really do it for you. So I saw this thing on the internet. It states that the fact that the human looks for something that the earth can't supply is evidence that heaven must be real. That's pretty true, I
Wow.
think.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's a fact. This world can't provide happiness or comfort. Maybe on surface level, but that's in the Imam Ali quote. He says,
yeah.
why do you seek comfort? It doesn't exist. Why are you in a continuous search for comfort? If your life hears all problems, then you're given the afterlife. So the people who have it easier here, they were given this life.
Bro, because we're taught whatever worldly desires we have here are all temporary, are all fake, and we're taught that whatever problems we face here will disappear and it's all a test.
Yeah.
Everything is momentary. So imagine not having that to look forward to.
Everyone is human, right? Oftentimes you find yourself comparing, right? Some people got it like, I don't want to say easy, but they have it a little bit more smooth, a little bit less turmoil. Prophet Rasulullah states that the Ummah, Muslims, are due to suffer in this world so that they can have the hereafter.
Exactly. See, but we know that.
Yeah.
If we weren't Muslim, then that would fly right above our heads because we'd only know as far as we could see. I thank God that I have this guidance and I have this book and I have this way of life that tells me every step of the way, holds my hand through life. It tells you if this happens, then this is going to happen. If you do this, then this will happen. Live your life this way.
Segment you all know and love.
Shy time.
All right, Mo,
All
so
right.
we're going to continue the hot take series. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh.
I'll start it off chocolate chip. Goated. Don't
Look,
come to me with nothing else.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip is fake. I'll tell you why. Chocolate chip is fake, and I'll tell you why. It's vanilla with a topping,
No.
dog. Okay, tell me this. What's the difference in between chocolate chip ice cream and vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips on top? What's the difference?
Vanilla with chocolate chips sprinkled on top. The chocolate chips act as a garnish, as a topping.
The flavor-wise. If I blindfolded you right now,
Yes.
put chocolate chip ice cream in front of you
Yes.
and vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips on top,
Yes.
you would not know the difference.
Have you ever had a Rite Aid chocolate chip where it's like
If I
blended
get
in
Rite
there,
Aid vanilla
you know?
and put chocolate chips on top of it,
Yes, that would be easy.
would it
should
taste
do, we
the
should
same?
do it. No,
We
it
should.
would not. It would
You
not.
should.
We
You
should
would
do
not
it.
know.
I can tell you because once the chocolate chips are blended with the vanilla, it changes the taste of the vanilla.
It's bullshit.
I promise
It's
you.
BS.
This is
BS.
the same guy who
BS.
challenged me. Water is all the same and it tastes the same. Let's go! I knew it! I told you! This moron over here. Oh, you're bluffing. I'm
then
a
apocalypse.
master. I'm a
When
master
World
of the
War III
palate.
come,
I'm a
when
master of the palate. My tongue is next level.
Back to the video.
Bro, I would often challenge, if you were depressed and you're like on the verge of doing something drastic, why would you not at least just explore, see if anything changes? You already made your decision. You're
Allah
gonna go
subhanahu wa ta'ala
through it.
answer that question. He doesn't just guide who he wants to guide, but he tells us that it's the hearts that are blind, not the eyes.
You know what else it is? Sayyid Muhammad Bakr Qazwini, he's all like, Imam Hussein that day on Ashura, he said to the enemies, he's like, you guys know who I am. You know that I'm right, but your stomachs are full of haram. So that's why you can't change your minds into this. That meaning like the food they were eating, everything they were consuming, their livelihood came from like
Haram.
Exactly. And basically he was connecting it to like the importance of having a good source of income, eating like good food, healthy lifestyle, stuff like that.
It is all connected, and that's another reason why without Islam our lives would fall apart, because every dollar that I make, everything that I eat, I like to do it the halal way. There's so many ways I could have made money, cheating people out of money. There are so many times I could have eaten haram or allowed it into my house. And it's that guiding principle that keeps me going and keeps that away from me. And sure, it's harder, but that $1 that you make, honestly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that he'll multiply, if not now then later, when in the hereafter.
You know the rule of diminishing margin of return?
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens when you give up all the nonsense. One example that I'll probably get a lot of heat on, but it's happening: music. 99%, I don't care Muslim or not, they listen to music, right? Casually. Once you stop listening to music, it doesn't hit the same way that it does. The way I explain it is like a Coke. You know, when you're drinking Coke, like usually or regularly, it tastes really good. When you give it a break, not as good. When you stop drinking, you go back, take a sip, it kind of grosses you out. It's the same thing with like anything, one aspect being music. It doesn't hit the same way.
A lot of musicians are very depressed, and with all the money and power and whatever they want,
money doesn't change anything, bro. As
Doesn't.
people say it brings happiness, it doesn't bring happiness. I'll say it makes life easier,
money gives you opportunity.
but it doesn't bring happiness. That's the
No.
main confusion.
If you want to see where the happiest people are, you go to the poorest countries. That's where the happiest people live. They have nothing. They have each other. Haas and I are very busy people. Not just busy in terms that we have a lot of work to finish these days, but we just can't sit still. We always go from one thing to another, to another, to another. Our religion that lets us focus on the benefits. As in, if we weren't Muslim, then we would focus that busyness on the wrong stuff.
On nonsense.
On nonsense. We would be busy going from party to this, to that, to this, cheating people out of money here.
Yeah.
And for us, that's Islam. Islam tells us what to focus our efforts on, our energy. In our religion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, go read, go double check what you're reading. Even this very book that you're reading now, the Quran that I sent to you, double check it, fact check it. Go out and try to prove it wrong. Educate yourself. Because of my religion tells me to go educate myself, is why I like to know how things work in life. This is one guy who was writing an anti-Islam book.
So it wasn't my eyes that were blind, but it was really my heart. I couldn't accept it. And I decided to write an anti-Islam book, which started as an anti-Islam book, changed into this search for God, and it ended up me becoming a Muslim. His life was the Quran. He was the living Quran in a way. Just study his Sunnah, and I think that is the best way of discovering Islam.
All I'm going to leave it off with is alhamdulillah that we were, and inshallah anybody watching this, it piques your curiosity and you just read. That's all we ask. Comment down below, let us know what you guys want to hear about, give us your opinions. Thanks to you guys, now we're seeing a lot more engagement on our videos, and we're seeing a lot more people that are actually liking what we're saying. And alhamdulillah, our goal, we said this from day one, if we can change or help or entertain one person, then it's worth the whole journey. And don't forget about that merch giveaway.
With that being said, this has been Habibis Only. We appreciate you watching.